Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied. Get off my plane.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
John, I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. I'm gonna shoot you between the balls.
The disease. And I'm the cure.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. There can be only one.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to kill them all, sir.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Gimme Back My Action Movies, the podcast, kid-friendly edition. I am your host, Charlie. With me, as always, is Nate. Say hello to the people, Nate.
So you haven't heard of me?
Maybe we have. And beside Nate, back in the back of the carriage, picking out what wine goes best with podcasting, it's Pete.
I am a reserved, calm individual tonight.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yep. That's good job, Pete. Good job. And our fourth musketeer for the night, we have Parker from Dissect That Film. Hello, Parker.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
We have Parker. I forgot he was going to be here. So when I logged in late and saw him, I went, oh, yeah, I'm late. And we had a guest.
You suck.
I forgot.
I knew Parker was going to be here.
Well,
I was
No,
sure
you
I was
didn't.
gonna be
You
here.
thought we were doing Monster Squad tonight.
It's just, no, yeah, you got the wrong. And I just,
did.
there's
I did.
Three Musketeers. Like, it's going to be there's four. So, like,
It still fits.
What, Nate? What is going on here?
It still fits. So yeah, I'm sure.
Hi, Parker. It's nice to see you again. Hi.
Chaos. This is what February's do to us, and we're only 2 weeks out of it. So yeah, if you haven't guessed what we're doing,
It's a year long.
Stop it, you. Stop it, you.
Yeah.
Stop it.
It's a year-long
Squirt bottle. Get the
recovery.
squirt bottle.
Back
And
in the
then- and then
carriage.
in December, you're like, "Oh, this is a good idea. We'll let Pete do that again. It's fine. It's fine." And then
Go feed the horses. It's fine. All right,
Go
so if you
feed
haven't
the
guessed what
horses?
we're
Is
doing,
that what
that's what I said. That's what I said. Settle down. We are doing something for the very first time on the show. We are actually covering a Disney movie, The
Wow.
Three Musketeers. Yeah, I mean,
Ew.
it
Disney
wasn't
movie.
on my bingo card when I started the
Right.
podcast. You know what I mean? Like, let's pick some Disney movies.
Boy, is this this is not a Disney movie. I mean, it's definitely a Disney movie, but woof.
Well,
It's got
Talk
all
about-
the blueprints
Talk
for
about skirting the edges
early
of
Disney.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a reason why I pick this one for what we're doing this month, which is kid-friendly action and horror movies,
Yes.
things that kind of got you started. That maybe if you're interested in getting your kid into watching movies, you're always like, well, where do I even start? Well, the four we're picking this month are definitely going to be ones where
Yeah.
you can start right there. And watching this movie last night again, under the guise of what we're doing, I'm sitting there going, this is way more adult than I ever realized.
You and me both. Boy, I saw this in the theater and thought, this is I remember it being a lot of fun and not a lot of substance to it. Then you get bustiers and people actually dying in a Disney movie. Like, wow, I had
Yeah.
no idea Disney had this.
You're acting like Disney's never killed anyone before when they
No,
killed
that's
half the
not-
universe in one movie.
Well, this
that's
is
way
early.
different.
This is
This is
the
I'm
90s.
sorry. Mass genocide's so much different than some early jerks that belong to the Cardinal.
Look, when they just kind of feather away, is it really mass genocide?
This
Or
is-
did they
It
just,
was, yes. When
did
you
they
kill
just go, I'm a little
3.5
sleepy, Mr.
billion
Stark.
people, that is mass
Nate,
genocide.
knock it
I'm a-
off. No,
I'm,
that
a,
has
I'm a
nothing.
little sleepy.
That's a different story. That's under a
I am
different
calling for a
subcategory
cease
of
Thanos.
Disney. No, fair. But
Did that
this is
movie, though,
this is
plaster
when-
Walt Disney Pictures on it before it
No,
showed
it
it?
did
Because
not.
this
It
one
certainly
did.
did not.
This one personally just is like, this is a Walt Disney picture. And you're like,
This
okay, I'm in for
this
it.
is the era of Sunday night wide world, wonderful world of Disney.
Wonderful.
On
There's a
Sunday
wide
night.
world of Disney
I-
tonight.
No, that was
ladies and
ESPN.
gentlemen.
Wild World of Sports.
That was NBC.
Monday.
But this was when Disney was at its most wholesome, and they were really riding a razor's edge line with this film. Am I wrong? It's
No,
just-
this was a family film though for our household.
Right.
Like this is
Oh,
one
for
we
sure.
watched all the time.
There isn't any blood in this. There isn't any
there's
sex
a little
in
bit of
this.
blood.
There's
It's
one
it's
drip of
very-
blood.
It's very fuzzy. Like they put it out of focus. Like there's
Wow.
times
Okay.
where they show their
I
sword and
didn't
you can
catch
see
that.
blood, but it's out of focus. And
Charlie Sheen's wiping blood off of his sword
That's
the
fair.
first time
Yep.
when you go, wait a minute, did they kill half of the guards? He's wiping blood off that sword.
When the guards showed up, I was like, oh, there's no way they're gonna die. And then they died. I went, oh,
That's what I thought.
I'll be.
You go into that tavern and like half of them are tied up, but the other half are dead on the floor.
I just assumed everyone was gonna get really big boo-boos like in George of the
That's
Jungle.
what
And
you
it-
expect.
They did
It
not.
was all
They
going out
actually
there
did
with,
not
like,
come back
They
to life.
did not.
the wooden crutch and all the slings.
Yeah.
Ah, those damn musketeers again.
We'll get them next time. They all get beat up again.
It's like quest for the this the Holy Grail. It's 'tis but a scratch.
I mean,
That's
D'Artagnan
all.
throws a guy off of like 150-foot
Oh, yeah.
ledge.
And even then I went, well, he's still alive, right? And then no.
No,
He
Charlie
was
Sheen's
not.
giving him his last rites. It's like, what happened to
Yeah,
him?
that was the moment I went, oh, they are in
no.
fact
this
dead.
This is not fooling around here.
This is
Oh,
permanent. All right, well, we've already jumped right into this.
we really have.
I have a trailer. Obviously, it's a Disney movie. We're gonna have a trailer. So let's
It's
get that.
in English too, right?
It is in English.
Narrated
Yes.
by Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, you didn't do the French one?
No, I didn't do the French one. All right, here's trailer.
You're under arrest.
5 of them, 3 of us. Hardly seems fair. Maybe we should give him a chance to surrender.
Excuse me, but there's 4 of us.
Athos, Porthos, and Aramis.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Now, we're prepared to resist you.
Walt Disney Pictures presents the story of the greatest heroes who ever lived.
Long live the Musketeers!
It was a time when danger was irresistible.
Did I miss anyone?
King's life is in danger. We have work to do.
1,000 gold pieces on each of their heads, dead or alive.
I prefer dead.
Adventure was everywhere.
I hope we're not interrupting. Kill those musketeers.
Champagne?
We're in the middle of a chase, Porthos.
And friendship
You're right. Nothing red.
was the greatest weapon of all.
All for one. More for me.
Charlie Sheen,
We must pray for our sins. Second thought, God's often busy.
Kiefer Sutherland,
Save the king!
Chris O'Donnell,
On a mission for the king.
I've heard that before.
Oliver Platt,
That's it. Next time you drive.
Tim Curry,
Snap of my fingers, and you could be back on the block where I found you.
and Rebecca De Mornay.
And with a flick of my wrist, I could change your religion.
The Three Musketeers.
I am grinning ear to ear just listening to this thing, and Pete's over here having the time of his life as
Wonderful.
he's listening to the
This
trailer.
stupid movie is wonderful. Oh my word. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we're gonna go into what our history with it. My history is I saw this in the theater. I saw.
Is he driving or am I driving?
I'm driving
confused.
right now. I'm driving. I'll have you know.
What is happening?
I don't think you're allowed to have two people on a horse.
Okay, Charlie, you can say what I just said. Go for it, sir.
No.
What if he didn't see it in a theater? Then he can't say what
I
you
saw
just
this
said.
in the theater, in the single screen theater in Bluffton, Ohio, and it was. I remember it being a lot of fun. When you guys brought it up, like we're going to do this for the first kids action movie of the year, I'm like, okay. I remember this being fun. Watched it again, and I was so right. This is a blast. There's not a lot of substance to this movie. It is, as far as depth of story, it's pretty shallow. There's not a lot going on. It's been done a number of times. Heck, I would even say that the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie is quite similar, with the dad being around, the dad being a vehicle for the advancement of the story. It's very
There's
silly.
A dad in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Well, sure, Bootstrap Bill.
There's a guy named Bootstrap Bill?
Yeah, it was
Oh
Will
my
Turner's
God.
dad. I mean, he's not in the movie. He's just mentioned a bunch of times.
All right, it's
Oh my
been a while
God.
since I've seen it.
Nate. Anyway,
Look, I only like the first one, all right?
I was anyway.
All right.
This movie was a ball. The action in it is kid friendly. There is no, I don't remember any blood. Yes, Charlie Sheen did wipe his blade off, but I don't remember seeing any blood on it. It don't matter. But people did die, and there weren't boobs in it, but there were boobs in it.
I'm saying this counts as boobs.
This is
Okay.
the stuff that as
All
a
right.
kid you
All
go,
right, fair.
oh, I think I might
I
like these.
like that. What is that?
I don't know
I
what's
want to know
going on.
more.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They didn't turn into the Grand Tetons or anything, but they were in your
No,
face.
they didn't.
There's literally a shot of them. The camera doesn't go to D'Artagnan's face. They go to the boobs.
Right to the boobs.
Yeah, they're on Rebecca De Mornay's chest.
Going for
as
the
soon as he
Oscars.
wakes up. Yeah,
and they
that's
just
it.
focus on them for a long time.
But it was like it's almost like a James Bond movie, because honestly, James Bond boobs. Hell, we saw almost an entire backside of a woman in this film as she got out of the tub. It went way far down. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is awful spicy for Disney, but it's totally Disney. So I would put this on par with a James Bond movie. Mostly, some maybe more a Pierce Brosnan James Bond movie, but there's so much humor in it, and I'm done. I'm done gushing over this.
This is what
Somebody
happens
else-
when we record when Pete's had happy hour.
Yeah.
It's
He's got
literally
the
happy
brain
hour.
scramblies
Oh,
right
dude,
now.
I always have
Yeah.
the brain scramblies.
Yeah.
I'm just a little more vocal tonight with my brain scramblies.
He's
This
got more
movie
to
is
say
a
about
blast.
this than any of the ones
Everybody
he picked. All
needs
Yeah, I
favorite.
know,
to
right?
watch This movie. This is a wonderful movie.
All right. Before I mute Pete, Parker, what
What?
about you, bud? What was your first experience with Three Musketeers?
This was one my grandma had on VHS when I was growing up.
Oh.
Because when this movie came out, I was like a year and a half, so I wasn't going to see this in the theater. Yes, Pete, I know, it'll make you feel
Damn
old.
it. Hey,
Good. Make him feel old. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, she had it on VHS, so of course
I just have more experience.
It's fair.
Y'all can be jealous. I saw all the Star Wars movies in the theater, so
I am jealous.
Okay. Oh, you guys are riling him up again.
I'm
Parker,
getting riled up.
continue.
I to be honest though, growing up, I probably have only seen this a couple times, and watching
Yep.
it for this podcast was the first time since I was a kid that I had seen it. It wasn't something that I ever really cared to go back to watch because, for one, I'm not the biggest fan of Chris O'Donnell, and Chris O'Donnell is a focal point in this movie, and there's only so much of him I could take before I want to drive my head through a wall because he's
Shirtless
just
Chris O'Donnell.
just because he's
Thumbs
so
up.
he's such a bad actor. He's just so bad.
He's not good. He's definitely not good.
between this and Batman and Robin, I'm enough of Chris O'Donnell. But no, everybody else is fantastic. I had a lot of fun growing up watching this movie, but yeah, it's definitely not one that I, it lived, rent free in my head, or was like something I looked back fondly on. Like, you know what? I had a great time with that. It was like, I watched it, I had a good time, and now I'm here talking about it with you guys.
There we go.
Full history.
Life has done you well, Parker. Let me tell you, you've come full circle with us.
All right, Nate. What about you,
I
Bubba?
suppose I should let Charlie drive.
So
I'm about to put you in the trunk.
When you said that, you wanted to do this one, I was on board.
Still hear me
because the cast is amazing. It truly is a wonderful cast, and I'll watch anything with Oliver Platt in it. I think yesterday might have been my first time watching it. I don't know if I've seen this.
Really?
Yeah, what I have more of a history with is The Musketeer from 2001, because I remember my dad and I watching that a lot because it has a lot of really great stunt work. I haven't seen it in forever, but it has some really horrendous reviews. So I'm like, is this really the movie that I remember liking?
Wait, Three Musketeers has bad reviews?
No, The Musketeer from 2001.
Okay.
Tim Roth's like the biggest name.
Yes, okay, I do. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
But I remember that having like really great like firework and stuff like that. Yeah. And then the other ones, like I remember, it is Three Musketeers technically, The Man, the Iron Mask, but that was another movie I've never seen. Like I've never watched that one.
Was DiCaprio, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Like that came out.
Was
I was
Three
like
Musketeers though. I mean, that was Three Musketeers. Yep. Okay, all right.
Same characters.
I mean, that's the Iron Maiden, or
they changed the story up a little bit to be more along the lines of the twin brother aspect of it, but it literally has Athos, Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan in the movie.
They're all in it. Which I'm curious because I think Jeremy Irons plays D'Artagnan in that one.
I don't know. D'Artagnan? I think he might play Aramis or Athos, one of those two.
Yeah, there's three of them. He's playing one of them.
Jeremy Irons is in it. Yes.
Yeah. But
Jeremy Irons in anything.
As I'm watching this, I'm like, man, this is a really fun, just precursor to Pirates of the Caribbean. It's hitting all the same type of beats that we were going to see happen later on with Disney. And I was like, man, who made this? And I was looking at it, I was like, oh crap, Stephen Herkins is like a guy that's made a bunch of movies I loved as a kid: Critters, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, The Mighty Ducks. I even really liked Mr. Holland's Opus as a kid. 101 Dalmatians.
The live action 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah. And then
when
after
the live
that,
actions were good. Yeah.
After that, he really went downhill.
Into the Blue 2.
Super downhill after that, and made a lot of really bad movies. He might be responsible for ruining Eddie Murphy's career on top of Eddie Murphy ruining his own career.
Like Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy.
Holy Man, Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
it's a
not
really
Golden
bad
Child,
movie.
Eddie Murphy. Holy Man.
I
Eddie
like
Murphy?
Golden Child.
I
remember
do.
loving that as a kid. So I don't have much history with Three Musketeers other than being like, oh, cool. David from Lost Boys is a fancy pants. Cool. And that like you don't have to worry about anyone in this movie going, oh, oui, baguette, so, like nothing like that.
This was a time when movies they're like, it's set in, like, this movie's set in France, well, the story is, and they're just like, we don't not gonna force anyone to use an accent.
Have you heard Charlie Sheen try to do an accent?
Right.
All he can do is lines of coke. Yeah.
It's not great.
Didn't we get Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves at about this time? And,
I think so.
And Kevin Costner just didn't give.
It was in and out, and then there was that one movie.
I'm not going to do an English accent. Screw this.
That movie with Sean Connery, was it
First Night?
First Night, with Richard Gere.
Yeah, Richard Gere. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that gerbil.
I saw that in the theater too.
The gerbil wasn't in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, kids show.
Oh wait, yeah, kid friendly.
Charlie, you're up. I'm driving, so you're up.
What the heck is going on? Jeez.
You drive all the time.
No, I haven't driven in weeks.
Yeah, you backseat driver.
Good Lord. This is my pick. I brought this.
So why'd you bring it? Because I was a little puzzled when you said Three Musketeers because, like, Parker, at least you have seen it before, but like I was just like, I don't think this is something I would have ever visited before.
I was down. Charlie said Three Musketeers. I was down. I'm like, yep, let's do this.
I don't know why he just keeps going.
I like it. I like feisty.
Charlie, I'd really like to know what you thought about Three Musketeers and your history behind said movie. Please regale us with your history and what this movie means to you and how it has enriched your life over the years, over the many years that this movie has been out. I'm running out of things. Nate, help me out.
I'm waiting until you run out of things.
I want Charlie,
I'm just
regale us with all of her plait tales.
This is going to be a 2-hour-long episode just with Pete going nuts. Yeah, so we were a Disney household, man. If a movie came out, it was one of the few that we bought more than we rented when it came to Disney movies.
Those clamshell VHS.
Always the matter of fact, my Three Musketeers was the clamshell VHS.
Now every boomer's like, that's worth thousands of dollars, No,
it's not.
They made millions of them. They're not worth anything. Even if they have a misprint, they're worth an extra 5 cents. Like, please calm down, everyone.
Yeah, it's never going to be worth that. Maybe sealed, you'll get $10, but
your 90s X-Men comics are going to be worth a lot, Charlie.
Oh,
thanks a lot,
the money I
Layfeld.
spent on X-Men comics.
So yeah, we always pick these up. Now, Three Musketeers was one we rented first when it came out. Obviously, I fell in love with this movie. I love sword movies. Just anything with like swashbuckling and sword play. I was over the moon for it. This is like right around my Highlander phase where I was watching the TV show and stuff like that. So yeah, and this was after we rented it. I'm pretty sure we bought it like maybe a month or two later, probably for like a birthday or Christmas. And this became the family movie. Like if it's like, there's nothing on TV tonight, Three Musketeers got put on and we would all sit there and watch this movie. I wore this tape out. Like this is one that I would just constantly watch. This was the one I watched before I got Wayne's World on tape and watched Wayne's World all the time. This was Three Musketeers. I watched it all the damn time. And when we were talking about kid-friendly entry movies, we were tossing around the usual suspects, but I was like, man, Three Musketeers has just about everything you want and like a good adventure / action movie.
Fully agree.
Yeah. And then
really is just entertaining.
It's funny. It's got some pretty dramatic parts. It's got some kind of scary parts to it. It's one that gets your adrenaline going. I'll be honest, just from the second we said we were doing it, I have been looking forward to watching it. And I know this movie like the back of my hand. Ask Jackie. I was repeating all the lines last night. She goes, "You've seen this once or twice." I was like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen it, but I was excited to watch it.
How is Jackie surprised that you don't know a movie like the back of your hand?
I think it still catches her off guard that I can do it verbatim and like seconds before. So I'm not repeating it. I'm saying it just before they say it. Even the tone and the tenor of how they say it. But yeah, this was one that I was like, this is perfect. This is one I want to cover. And it's a Disney movie, man. How often are we going to get to do one of those?
How often are we going to get a Disney movie that tells you how to winch?
Right. Winching. But that was the other reason why this is so good as an action beginner one is you're going to witness death. You're going to witness, stabbings and some more adult, mature themes. And this one has it, yet it's still playful enough throughout it. You're still excited enough. And a lot of kids, especially kids my age, you got to the end of this movie and you're sitting there going, this is a Star Wars ending, and it's literally a Star Wars ending.
Like, I need a stick, that way I can start swinging it at other people, and I'll get in a stick fight with my sibling.
Dude, it's constant sword fights, dude. Constant, man.
The thing that really had me entertained yesterday was it has very Buster Keaton like stunts. These aren't, crazy John Wick type stunts, but there are domino effect stunts where it's like one thing happens that leads to another thing happening, which leads to another person like falling off a ladder, who then hits a bucket, which swings the bucket around, hits that person in the head. They hit something else. The frying pan launches in the air. And it's just like, that type of directing is very special, and I don't feel like we see it too
Buster
much
Keaton,
because
Jackie Chan, I think you're onto something there.
you have
and
this
and
level.
that translates into the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. a few years
Exactly,
later,
and that's what it was reminding me of so
where
much.
there is a Rube Goldberg sort of contraption that leads to this and that, and then something silly or
it's cause and effect stunts.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. And
for sure.
having it to where it has to be directed in such a way to make A plus B equals C happen. And it's like, well, you got to do that just right. So your stunt team has to be on point, even if these aren't the vicious, crazy action stunts. But there's stuff that as a kid, you'd be like, A, you're laughing at still as an adult, but like you're entertained by, oh, how did they pull that off? How did they do that? Like, I mean, Chris O'Donnell is literally throwing sandbags off people, off a high ledge, hitting people, and they're falling off their horse. It's just like,
oh my head,
boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Causing concussions.
The one punch knockout is
that's the other thing. So many one punch knockouts.
One punch knockouts in this thing, and I'm
brain
okay
damage for all. That's what these fists give.
Completely fine with the one punch knockouts in this movie. We don't need realism.
You get knocked out so hard, you wake up in a completely different location.
Yes,
that's how hard that one punch is.
I think the thing I love about this movie is the fact that like these characters, they're not like these buff, like badass looking guys.
Yes.
Like I think the most badass guy is Kiefer Sutherland, like look wise.
He's the most intense.
You have Oliver. I love Oliver Platt, but you have Oliver Platt as like this badass swashbuckler.
Yeah, he's not this hulking dude I would think of. Yeah, he's the doughboy.
But he's very tall.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
but
he's
got
a
the
presence.
goofball.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the goofball aspect of it. I also love it's so subtle, but they're supposed to be the Three Musketeers, so you believe there's this brotherhood, but there's this special bond that Porthos and Aramis have because they always like clang swords as they get ready to go do something. It's kind of like the high
they've
five.
got history. Yep.
There is a history, a deeper brotherhood than just being a musketeer, and I love that, man. It was just something that as a kid of the 90s, man, you wanted that bond. We were we always had our core best friends, so you kind of had that experience as kids. So it talks to you instead of down to you, which is also another good reason that this is a good kid friendly family movie. My dad loves the heck out of this movie. Like it's just a fun adventure. There's enough stuff to keep adults entertained and the kids glued to the screen. There are some, I hate even calling them slow parts in the movie because they're actually pushing the story along.
But they're peppered throughout where there were some parts where it was a little sluggish.
It's not drawn out, but as a kid, they were quickly done enough that, okay, there's a little bit of boring, but I don't want to leave because boom, something is going to happen, within 30, 40 seconds or a minute or two. As an adult watching it now, you're like, wow, a lot of the darker, with like the Cardinal with his, plot and everything going on.
The action was short enough to keep the attention and not confuse young viewers. It wasn't.
It also helps with the bright colors. You got the blue are the good guys and the red are the bad guys.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Oh, Star Wars again.
Yeah, and then you had
right.
Very much Star Wars because you have the Cardinal who is kind of like the Emperor, and then you have Michael Wincott who is Darth Vader in a way. Like he's he's all black and he is.
You didn't.
Pretty much
his eye patch.
Yep.
You didn't catch that because they literally turn him into Darth Vader at the end of the movie.
I didn't catch that until Parker said something.
D'Artagnan, when they're doing their, I know we're light speeding, but it's topical. When they're having their final sword battle between D'Artagnan and Rushlow.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
you watch it during the sword fight, D'Artagnan jumps over him and does a flip, which is a frame for frame copy of Luke flipping over top of Darth Vader.
Impressive, doesn't he?
And then Rushlow goes, impressive, exactly like Darth Vader does. Then he reveals, I have killed your father. And while D'Artagnan is laying there on the ground, you don't see Constance throw the sword. The sword appears in his hand as if using the Force and stabs him. So this is a complete homage to, and let's be fair, also Star Wars probably took quite a bit from the Three Musketeers as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Swashbuckling and sword play, so it's fair.
I wouldn't say Lucas stole. Lucas absorbed a lot of other storytelling.
Well, he was a big nerd. And when you're a big nerd, that other people aren't nerds, and you introduce that nerds to other stuff, that's what happened.
Those movies
were a great story together, and that's not taking anything away from
those
Lucas
early movies were his Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like we now have Star Wars. That's what he had to create Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, there's a lot of homages to that. So yeah, a lot of the Tim Curry being more of an emperor, but man, that dude can play slime.
Tim Curry?
God, yes.
Tim Curry, I want to marry that man. He is
so greasy, slimy in this movie.
Is he the best villain? Like the best slimy villain ever? Because he's not like a big Bane kind of a character.
Yeah, he's not like a threat in the terms of like he's going to beat up
Bane
all the four.
No, he's got to rely on everybody around him to protect him.
Snake in the court that's going to bite slowly others, and they're all going to die.
He's what Littlefinger wishes he could do. Game of Thrones,
or
but he's also a sniper.
Yeah.
But he's also not afraid to shoot you directly in the chest when you get in his way. So that was a big shocker as a kid, that to be expecting him to just pull a gun out from under his robes, and shoot Charlie Sheen right in the chest. So,
I love that. When I saw that scene again, I'm like, doesn't he shoot him here? I think he shoots, bang! Oh my God, this is so good, because that's exactly what your slime ball ass would do. It's exactly what you would do. That's exactly what this cardinal would do, is take a pot shot at him instead of fight him on the level.
But even like things like, hang that painting back in my chambers. He looks better this way, with the bullet hole between the eyes. Well, obviously, Tim Curry, he's going to get the best lines.
My favorite part with Tim Curry is when he meets the king after the king is done sword fighting, and the king tells him, he's like, I've heard rumors about you, and he's like, oh well, I've heard them too. Tell me what you've heard. And he never denies the rumors throughout this whole thing. He just dances the truth. He tells the truth, and he dances around it to the point where the king's like, yeah, I knew they weren't real. I knew they
even
were
amidst the
like,
more wow, oh, they've said that, but they also said this and this.
And on top of it, he peppers a few and a griffin also threw it.
Right, he throws in ostentatious
and then I rode a unicorn off to defeat a dragon, and I'm also macking on your wife.
And then when
literally all the things he just did.
That's not.
And when the king is like, "Oh, you're right. This is obviously ridiculous. You're not capable of that." The look of disdain on Curry's face when he says that, like, if you only knew, like, if you're so easily manipulated.
This is also maybe why we shouldn't have leaders at the age of 14. Because if you're a really bad leader at that age, because you're like, okay, he's not bad.
You had royal blood, and you were even in Egypt. I mean, Tutankhamun was emperor or whatever, pharaoh at 12 or something like that.
It's the
problem with monarchy.
Maybe let's say I'm going to throw a number out. 77 and above, you should not run for president. I don't know. Maybe these are just, some things that should be said.
That sounded very specific.
I don't know
over a certain age. But yes, old white doesn't need to be president.
Kid
Anyway,
friendly, guys. Come on.
What?
Where
We are being very topical that
haven't
a little
swore at
kid
much.
should not
Topic-
be king.
Let's get back to the movie.
I did not expect this out of you guys tonight. Like, I don't know what
we
has
are
happened.
gushing
here.
over this movie.
Yeah.
You've chosen
You are-
a movie that we all
you-
clearly love.
Are gushing, not just in
One of the
general.
things that I really enjoy. So
Aiden
It's
Parker are
based off-
gushing. What are you talking about?
yeah, it's based off Alexandra Dumas's novel, who
Indeed,
also wrote
yes.
The Count of
Yeah.
Monte Cristo, which I absolutely
Yes.
love that
Yes.
novel and movie with Guy Pearce.
Christo, not Crisco.
Not-
I was just gonna
not-
say it's
not
a
Crisco.
Oh my god.
That's
Not
a,
Crisco.
That's a lard based.
There's a
You mean to
T.
tell me in 10th grade when I did my book report on that?
You go to the library, you look at the
Crisco
cover,
is
and it's
not-
just a dude holding Crisco. You're like, I don't think this is right. Excuse me.
All right, hey,
Oh my
you know
God,
what?
I love
That
you so
teacher
much.
that did not correct me, she's a bully. All right, she's really a bully because she should have corrected little 14-year-old Nate.
Count of Monte Crisco.
That,
Wow.
yeah. What?
There's a T. Cristo.
Yeah.
Count of Monte
You
Cristo.
could have even gone to the sandwich instead of the
you,
Monte
you learn
Cristo.
things every day.
He's fact checking us right
I-
now, as if we made that up. I don't.
Well, I had to
Stop.
make sure.
Don't Google on the podcast. That's not good. Good
No, I've
radio.
got to Google just to make sure.
Pete's googling enough to now as it is, so we
I'm
don't
not
need any
Googling
more
nothing.
Google.
My
Before
hands
we
are
got
free.
sidetracked at my teacher failing
This one
to
has-
That's
teach
okay.
me.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Yes,
There you
that
go.
one. The thing with this story is it does feel like everything you've seen before, but you can't falter it because this is one of the original good versus evil stories.
Not sure.
But
falter
we've
is the right
seen it
word
so
either.
many different times that by the time 93 comes around, it's just a fresh coat of paint on something that you've seen over
Right.
and over again. And even now in 2024, it's still just a very basic good versus evil, but
Yes.
it works and
This-
it's fun. So I've got
It's
no
fun.
complaints with
Because
it.
they put the
This-
right pieces into this movie.
Yes.
And you got Tim Curry.
Yes.
You have this cast alone is what draws you in. You
Yeah.
like to me, it's like these type of movies aren't really my forte. Like I watch them if it has a good cast, and this has
Mhm.
a great cast, so
Mhm.
that draws me in, and then I have a blast just watching all of these actors doing what they do best. Especially Tim Curry, he chews up
Oh my
every scene
God.
he's in. He's talking through his teeth. He's got the laugh. You're just
Ah,
so in love with how
but-
evil
But
Tim
Parker,
Curry is.
who doesn't chew the scenes while they're in it? Minus
Charlie Sheen.
minus Timothée.
Yeah. Even
Charlie
his
Sheen is
goatee does not
totally
belong in this
chewing
movie.
up. Charlie, they're all
Chris
all
O'Donnell.
except all. Yes, that I'll agree with you there. That everyone else is just having a blast. O'Donnell, I think, is trying real hard.
Well,
and
he's
just
the
like,
eye candy of the
"Eh."
movie.
He's always
I don't have
trying
a
Is
to-
he?
problem with Chris
Charlie
O'Donnell
Sheen's
in this
the eye
movie.
candy of this one.
No, I think Chris O'Donnell was really.
Tim
Well,
Curry's
he
the
took his
eye
shirt
candy.
off, and
He's a lot better in this than he is in the Batman movies, and I know that they're
Oh,
very
yeah.
different.
That's where
movies.
we're always hung up because like, oh god, he was Robin.
That's not.
And I
don't
understand that
blame
they're
him for that.
completely different movies.
Yeah.
But I've seen other things with him where I'm like, nope, that's just how he acts. That's
I
just
mean,
him. That's not
it-
the
it's
movie's fault.
Kind of him and Vertical Limit too. I get you. I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
God.
saying
That's like my
you're
favorite movie
wrong.
with him is Vertical Limit. I love
Right,
that
but
movie.
it's still
I like-
kind of
But yeah.
this. You know,
Sin of a Woman, but that's mainly because Al Pacino is just batshit crazy the whole
Hoorah.
time. Yeah.
that's not fair.
that's
What
not
are
that's
you
not fair.
doing?
I was going to say
Yeah.
that's not fair. Yeah,
No, the other big scene chewer though is Oliver Platt in this, which is where I
Oh,
think we
yeah.
get 90% of our comedy
I
from in this.
Yep.
I mean,
A
I
duel.
love a duel. I got this from the Queen of America. There's no Queen of America. We are on quite intimate
the
terms. you
Admiral
know,
of,
it's just
of Japan and whatever they.
the
whatever
czar,
else
the czarina of Japan.
That's what.
It's always a woman. It's always he knows women
because
all
he's-
over. He's a pirate.
He's a pirate. Arr.
I told you I was a
And
pirate.
the payoff.
Yes.
The payoff of how
I told
much
you I
they're
was
like
famous. He
I
didn't say
told
that
you I was
pirate.
famous. And when people finally see him and recognize him, scream and run away.
Jump off the boat.
Wait, Oliver Platt? Is that who we're scared of right now?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? That dude pulled out bolas. He had a crossbow. He was Batman. No wonder Chris O'Donnell got the part as Robin. He's like, I've already worked with Batman. It was Oliver Platt, because that dude had a utility belt. He had a gun that had a knife, and it's the first time he's ever used it because he looks at it and goes, I like this. Just all
stab.
That goes right. I want to believe on what Pete was going on a rant about James Bond for some reason, but I think Porthos has a cue somewhere that just makes up cool gadgets, and Porthos gets to try them out in the world.
I want to see a movie with just Porthos in it now. This is
his fight scene with the ugly big guy in the dungeon.
My God.
One of the best scenes of the movie.
Oh, it's such a good fight scene.
This is one of those really violent parts where you're like, oh, wow. Like the dude gets impaled and then he brings the other one down. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where you guys were like, there's no blood in this. I'm like, there's blood coming out of that.
I forgot about that
mouth.
blood. But it was the fact that, you see all the spikes going to his back. You're like, oh, wow. All right. He's dead. And then you have the surprise reaction and the rest of it coming down. I was like, oh, wow, they double tapped him.
That's the horror movie element right there out of nowhere. That's like, he's not dead yet. And then it's the jump scare of him yelling and then bam, done. This movie has everything you could want. Like it is, aside from some, acting choices by some people, like Charlie Sheen was filming Hot Shots Part 2 right before production started. So he missed out on the 6 weeks of fencing training that everyone went on. So if you watch the movie and pay attention, he uses the sword, but then he always reverts to fighting hand to hand, like punching people.
Right.
And it's also why they made the choice of doing what they did with him to hide him on the boat at the end. He doesn't need as many fight scenes, so he can be off camera for a while.
Interesting.
And put him over there.
So crazy to know that in the early 90s, Charlie Sheen was in such demand that directors had to work around him. And Charlie Sheen.
He was leading.
I know. He was.
None of these are like
nepotism will get you far in life.
Well, it will.
Charlie Sheen had the looks and the charisma to do both comedy and action,
and drama.
Why Hot Shots works so well.
Right. Yeah, Charlie Sheen could do it all. I regardless of what he is today.
Well, honestly, if it hadn't been for drugs, I mean, imagine where he would be now.
Right.
3.5 Men.
3.5. No, I just meant get rid of.
I just figured that by now it'd be like a sequel to the show.
There is a sequel to the show. They killed him and brought in Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, but it was still called 2.5 Men. So
because it was they got rid of one and added another. That's how math works.
Yeah, but like in my head, the math is like the half man is now a man, and then he had a kid, and that'd be the sequel show. It's
but when you kill one, he's done.
Yeah.
Isn't it time for a break?
Thanks for driving. I think it's time for a commercial break. I really
appreciate
this is a
lot of fun.
Your help.
I thank you for letting me drive today. This is wonderful.
I'm not being facetious at all.
I think Pete's got a little tiger blood in him. Remember that reference? Ha!
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Flicks and Friends podcast. I'm Dustin.
I'm Paul. And I'm Sean. Join us each week as we sift through movies and discuss a variety of theme months and determine whether they're blockbusters or blockbusted.
Previous themes include Animation Month, 80s horror, and under 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, just to name a few. We have weekly guests, fan favorites, and new guests happen all the time over here. So buckle up and enjoy the ride.
But until next time, I'm still Dustin.
And I'm still Paul.
And I'm Sean.
And this is the Flicks and Friends podcast.
In a world filled with bad movies, two men risk it all to bring you a podcast that covers the very worst of cinema.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Join these unlikely heroes as they deep dive into Z-movie classics,
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
cheesy action films,
I will send you to hell. I've been there for 10 years.
badly dubbed Italian horror,
Mother, this closet smells of death.
right through to modern cinematic catastrophes.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
Dominic Lawton,
Oh, my God!
Can Be Wild.
We have such sights to show you.
Are the Bad Movie Cult. Available every 2 weeks wherever you get your podcasts.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Not saying nothing. Charlie's driving.
I was about to say I tried to get him tied and gagged, but he got out somehow. So I don't know.
He's very slippery.
He is
Covered in oil.
I'm
for
a
some
little
reason.
guy and I'm flexible. I'm really not.
It's like that dude from Family Guy.
Yeah.
You're never gonna catch me.
You're gonna catch me. I'm Pete.
Forget about it.
So the greasy deaf guy. Yeah.
Baguette.
Greased up, oily, or greased up, naked deaf guy.
So I do
Pete's
got
the
a question
greased
for
up
everyone.
drunk guy. All right, what's the question, Nate?
Has anyone seen the one from 1973 with Christopher Lee?
No. This is literally the only one other than the Mickey Mouse one.
I'm curious to see it because of Christopher Lee.
I would love to see it because Christopher Lee's in it. I'm gonna go.
I
look
have
at it now.
seen it, but we're probably talking maybe 30
Well,
years ago.
He plays the character that the bad guy from The Crow plays, so the Darth Vader character. Yeah.
That's just
Rocher. I don't French name.
Rochelo, yeah.
Yeah, they don't
Top
even
dollar.
Rochefort.
Exactly.
Yeah. We just call him Top Dollar, which took a long time for me to ever realize that was the same dude.
Oh, it took me like halfway through the movie. I went, why does that dude's voice sound so familiar? And it's not Vincent Castle.
He
I was
does
like,
an
"It's
accent
not."
in this movie, and he he
What?
doesn't talk as low as he usually does. Like when you watch The Crow or anything else Michael Wincott's in,
Yeah.
he has that
Yeah.
very deep voice. Where this one, I think he was trying something different, maybe to the point that people weren't able to recognize him. Because I only knew it was him because I saw his name in the credit.
Which
got-
guy?
The guy with the eye patch. That's Top Dollar from The Crow.
Hold on. His voice is lower normally.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah,
A lot.
He is a
Wow.
very
Alien
deep
Resurrection.
Oh, he's doing this.
Not since 1998.
He's also in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He's the
Well,
sheriff's
Is he
cousin.
really?
He's the sheriff's cousin because he's the one that's like,
Oh,
why a
yeah.
spoon, cousin?
Well, you just watched that one because of this, so. And
I've
probably have
spent
not
all
watched that
weekend
since I was a kid.
watching sword movies. Like I watched the 2011 Three Musketeers.
Well, that's the other thing. I
Nate,
didn't know that was a thing until I was looking it up, seeing
Did
if
you
there
watch
was
Men in
a
Tights?
sequel.
Yes, I did watch Men in Tights. But
Yeah.
Nate, one
got a
day when you
story
make
about
me
Men in Tights.
mad, we're gonna
Okay.
watch the 2011 Three Musketeers movie because it's got your favorite
2011?
director
Ooh, that
of all
sounds terrible.
time.
No, I saw it was Paul W.S. Anderson, and also I was like, how did this come out? And I didn't know about it. And it must have just came and went like that because
Dude, it's got Ray Stevenson, Mila Jovovich, Orlando Bloom,
That makes
the
sense.
the kid from Percy Jackson.
Ray Stevenson, the guy that wrote
played
Guitar
Punisher?
Zan?
No, that's Ray Stevens.
Oh,
This is Punisher. He plays Porthos. He makes a good Porthos in the movie.
he just passed away last year.
That
Yeah.
movie literally has warships made out of blimps. Just gonna leave
Man,
that.
Blimps. What?
What is
Blimps.
it? Steampunk?
Hot air blimps.
Kinda,
It sounds
yeah.
like steampunk. Yeah.
Kind of
Really?
steampunk.
Did it have better
flavor.
editing than any of his Resident Evil movies that give
No.
me
Probably
that
not.
get me nauseous?
Nope.
Or,
All
you know,
kinds of slow mo.
Each sequel just keeps killing characters off camera, and you're like, "Where's that person?" It's like they just didn't want to return to the sequel.
Hey guys, you want to see the best editing tactic? When two people fight on top of a vehicle, and instead of just going wide shot and spinning around them, they're going this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And you're like,
How
what
many
is
cuts can we
happening?
put in a movie?
Hey,
Oh,
I got our buddy Sean Roberts some work. So let's.
Hey, we do love Sean Roberts.
Listen,
Yes.
I can't
go
fault
watch
him
Here for Blood.
how bad those movies
Yeah,
are.
that's all Paul W. Anderson's fault. I bet if I would have asked him, like, does he suck? He probably would have gave me a wink.
He gave us a little clue. He's like, I can't say it out loud.
He's like, I had a great time.
I'd have got that clip back and it would have been pre-edited. I wouldn't have even got the chance to edit that out.
Oh man!
But no, I spent all weekend just because I was like, I am in a sword fighting mood. I watched everything with sword fights. Yes, I watched Men in Tights. You can't watch Prince of Thieves and not go.
Oh no! When you said you were watching Robin Hood, I went Men in Tights. You went no, Prince of Thieves.
Because you have to finish
So
the
sad.
joke. I can actually speak with an English accent. That's you have to finish the joke after the Kevin Costner
It's
movie.
such a good joke. Like that's the best joke. It's one of the best jokes that
No,
Mel
the
Brooks
best
has
joke
ever
is
written.
when the fire arrows are hitting the houses. They're like, "Who keeps doing this?" And it says like, written and directed by Mel Brooks. Like, damn you, Mel Brooks!
Leave us alone, Mel Brooks. Now we're talking about Men in Tights.
Hey, can we? I feel like that counts as an action movie. It's got swords and bows and arrows. We could cover it.
It does. No, it's good.
It fits right in with this film.
We've talked about her attributes, but I don't think we've ever even actually said
Her
her name.
attributes.
This has Rebecca
She's not a
DeMornay.
creative character from a video game.
Might as well be, but Rebecca De Mornay's in this as Milady, the Winter. He calls her Sabine, which is weird. They never give you anything about that, and it's not one of her aliases in any of like the books or the other movies. They just said Sabine in here, so I don't know if we're supposed to understand.
Question.
It's for kids. No one cares.
She's on the cliff, and they're
Yes.
going to execute her, but the Musketeers aren't handcuffed. And then they go, no, stop. And then they go, okay, I guess we'll let these two talk for a little bit.
The
And then she
Musketeers
just-
weren't arrested. Why would they be
weren't.
handcuffed?
But I was confused as to why she still jumped.
She wanted
Because
to go out
she-
on her own.
Yeah, she was gonna get killed regardless. Like Kiefer Sutherland,
Musketeers
wasn't-
could have been
She's
like,
dead.
don't.
She knows
Just-
she's dead.
just don't.
No, because they don't have that power.
They
Like,
don't.
Kiefer Sutherland literally tells her, "I can't stop this. This
I
is
can't-
inevitable."
Yeah, I can't. Stop
I
this.
was so puzzled by that because I'm like, what? You were able to stop the
She's
execution
made her
from
bed,
happening.
and she was captured. And
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
why are they killing her? Maybe I
Mhm.
missed something.
Okay,
She's
all right.
she's an assassin.
She's an assassin?
Okay. I'm
So
done. Charlie's driving. I'm not driving no more. I'm gonna drink my beer. I'm gonna drink my beer.
I'm confused. I feel like I missed something. And
You
I
should be
watched the
confused
movie.
because you're Nate.
So
Love you, Nate.
Aramis and her were together early on, husband
Yes.
and wife.
They were married.
She
yeah.
was accused of killing someone wrongfully. It's the only time I think she was ever telling the truth. And he put her out. That's the whole story he's telling D'Artagnan in the bar. That is his history with her without saying names. He's not saying this is me happening. That's why D'Artagnan, when he sees the fleur-de-lis branded on her shoulder, he puts two and two together like, oh, crap, I know who you are. The other guy chasing her that captures her is the Count de Winter's brother, who they reference in there that she killed him because there's the Cardinal says, well done, removing the Count, from whatever plot they were doing before. So the brother has to kill her. Like that's a matter of honor. It's to, get the name back for his brother. And all Aramis can do is get the information on the plot because she's the only one that knows when the assassination is going to happen. Like they already got the treaty from her, everything. And so he is also ridden with guilt that he stops the execution so he can ask her for forgiveness. That's why he goes, please forgive me, relating to him putting her out originally and then she following this life of crime or whatever you want to call it. She forgives him, but she's gonna die, and instead of being executed, she leaves on her own terms, like Pete said. This is also the first movie in Disney history that someone commits suicide. On screen. So
that's something.
And the
I just
camera
figured it
follows her down like
Yeah, it
that.
does.
Yeah,
Side
pretty
shot.
much.
Again, super dark for a Disney movie.
I just thought it was an execution with extra steps, but I guess it is
No,
suicide.
and the Musketeers are honor bound. That's why they're even still doing.
That's
what
why
they're
I was
doing,
like,
even though
why are
they've
they just
been
beating this
disbound.
dude up?
Because
Like, they
they're
can
honor
take him.
bound to what's right, and what that guy is doing based on those laws was right. She had committed.
There's another
murder.
dude that's trying to get justice for his sister, but all he's doing the whole time is screaming, "D'Artagnan, no!"
Which honestly, he's the one with the least amount of honor because D'Artagnan beat him. Like D'Artagnan's the one that spared his life, and then they keep chasing him. Like
I like that guy thinks he's the real villain the whole movie.
No.
I don't know. He comes back at the end. I do like
guy
that.
plays two characters in this movie.
That is such a fantastic B-roll of the movie.
Does he play another like guard or something?
Yeah, he's one of the Cardinals guards. Yeah.
There's a lot of
it's
that
just,
with
it's a very silly wraparound from the start to the end of the movie. Like at the beginning of the movie, it's 1-on-1. At the end of the movie, it's 100-on-1 or something.
The brother that you see in the background has the bandages around his head the entire movie. It's the running gag, and we get the payoff, and you also get all of the Musketeers chasing these guys down the street.
It might not be good
phenomenal.
writing, but it's common writing. It's writing that makes sense in a lot of film. There's not. It's not that this hasn't been done before 100 times, but a gag like that,
it's a feel good moment. It
has been done a bajillion times. I think the Muppet movie did it a bunch of times, and
well, that's the other thing because
so much
Tim
fun.
Curry was in, what was it, Muppet
Treasure
Island. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you could do that same Tim Curry,
Dude,
but with
look,
the Three Musketeers being Muppets as well.
Is there
and
a
I'd watch
bad
it.
movie that Tim Curry is in? Period.
I mean, I
Now,
probably could
we
find
just
one real
covered
quickly.
on Good Beer Bad Movie Night, Legend with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry. And let me tell you, that movie's bad, but Tim Curry is fabulous.
Yeah,
I don't
Tim
remember
Curry is
Legend
what
being fabulous. He's so good.
I don't.
he's so good
I
in this
think
movie.
bad is the bad way. Is the bad way to call what Legend is. Legend is just weird and nonsensical half the time.
It's nonsensical is a very good
Yeah,
word for it.
but
it's just
the darkness, which is
disconjointed,
it's like
Tim Curry, the devil,
Tim
but he's not
Curry
the
is
devil.
Devil's Sweet. Doesn't Tangerine Orange do the
One of the there's two different
theme?
soundtracks.
Oh, really?
There's the regular one, and then there's the Tangerine Dream. The girl that's in Legend is the wife of Jean-Claude Van Damme in Time Cop.
Oh, she's also the girlfriend in Ferris Bueller.
Yes, that's how I can.
And I don't remember her name. I'm a terrible person.
I don't know. As a kid of the '90s, man, Tim Curry is just the villain. Most
he
of
was
the
Nigel
time.
in Wild Thornberries, though, which I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smashing.
But he was in Home Alone 2. He's the reason Kevin gets out at the end of there. I love him in Clue as the butler. This man just he's
Love
it.
his cadence. His cadence in this, I was like, oh my God, you're Dr. Frankenfurter in this movie. A number of times how he's like, well, that can be arranged. And that's straight out of
When
Rocky
he
Horror.
loses his temper, God, that was so good. So good.
You'll get
I
that
don't know.
in spades or something.
Even like because of the way his robes are, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like when he walks, it almost looks like he has a floating aura to him as
Yeah.
well. Like just
sure.
from the way
Mhm.
that his
Well,
garments
oh,
are.
That's what robes were meant to do with the Catholic Church. They were supposed to be regaliant.
It just gives him this
What?
otherworldly vibe.
Yeah. Like they're not
Yes.
walking, they're floating.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
And also, you can hide a pistol underneath there. You guys want to know how long it took me to get the joke with her holding the knife to his junk about changing his religion?
Mm-hmm.
Last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I don't get it. So if anyone wants to explain that way, I could be like now.
If she circumcises him, he's not Catholic anymore.
Not
Okay.
the Jewish faith is well known for circumcising, which is a different religion.
Well, I didn't know it was a religion thing with circumcision. So like, it's just
that's how it started.
So if you chop them, then you might be.
Which is the joke in
Men learned something today.
You snip the tip.
It's not
different.
Crisco.
You
and
don't
then if
chop,
you
Nate. You don't chop. You snip the tip.
You don't snip the tip.
It's just the skin. That's the whole joke in Men in Tights, because he's the rabbi doing circumcisions.
Hawk. It's not.
Yeah. Well,
no, you're just
more
cutting.
like
You're just cutting around. You're just cutting some skin.
Yep.
I had no idea my one thing was going to turn kid friendly, guys. Kid friendly.
Well, I
Come on.
with an axe and like a log, and you lay it down, and you executioner style.
No, Nate.
What?
Stop it.
Look, man, it's the French. How am I supposed to know what they do?
Yeah, cigar cutter. That's all it is. It's
Yeah, just like in Darkman.
Tip. You don't chop off a cigar. You just
not all the way through. Just okay. Stop it. All it was is Charlie didn't get the joke till last night.
I just got the joke now, because apparently religions do stuff like this.
Religions are weird, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
This is what happens when you don't grow up in a household that knows these kind of things.
Who knew we would learn it from Disney instead? So
yeah, exactly. Thank you, Disney, for keep on giving me the things, Walt.
Thanks, Mickey.
Let's learn about circumcisions.
Can you also teach me about deep freezing a human being to come back in the future to take over?
Oh gosh.
There you go. And we are going to get our first official cease and desist from Disney thanks to that.
I hope so.
All right.
Well, no, as long as that was the Steamboat Willie, we're fine.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. If it's just Mickey, we can abuse Mickey all we want, I think.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
No,
I'm wearing the
version.
hat.
That's the only one.
I'm wearing the hat and I don't have gloves on, so I'm the Steamboat. All right.
No gloves.
So we have been all over this movie. Is there any topic of the movie we haven't covered yet before we get into the things?
3 duels in one day. It's just
that
all perfectly timed out, an hour
yeah,
apiece.
I know. The
That's
fact
great.
that each one.
It's like they talked. They knew this was a plan.
All right, if you ever get in a duel, you do it at noon. Then if you get one, you do it at 1. And if you do it, you'll do it at 2. We'll show up at each other's duels afterwards. So that gives us time.
It's impressive that it was all at the same wherever they were. Like they all said behind the church at 12.
That's
1,
outside of city limits, basically, is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Did they all say the same exact spot, or was it?
I think it was different spots.
Same time,
and then they
which
were
was
just
weird
there.
that they all showed up at the same time, because they each had, like, Porthos had 2 more hours of drinking and wenching before he.
Well, they were their seconds, so obviously he would have went with Aramis, or Athos to do, because he was a second. To this day, I made this observation when I was a kid, because I always remember this, and I still say it every time. When D'Artagnan and Porthos get into it, and he said, and Porthos looks at me and goes, "Make sure you bring a long wooden box." And D'Artagnan goes, "You bring one too." And even as a kid, I went, "That is the worst comeback ever."
It's bad.
As a kid, I looked at my mom, and I went, "Why wouldn't you say, okay, how tall are you?" And that would have been.
Well, that's because you're a clever kid, I guess, because that's a good one. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I have said that since I was 13 watching this movie, because I was like, why would you bring one too? Instead of, okay, how tall are you? Which is just, I need to know how tall you are for the wooden box,
If D'Artagnan was a veteran dueler, I think that's exactly what he would have said. But being not even a musketeer at that time,
petulant, more or less.
He was still figuring out his comebacks. And I thought most of his comebacks were pretty good.
Oh, I think he quit very well for what he was.
He stood his ground pretty well. I also think that, like, what the hell's going on in France? Like, is everybody just like, I'm going to kill you? I think
that's something.
Okay.
I mean,
that's one thing.
If it is, wow, I don't want to live in France. That's like,
Well,
you've
that
got
might
a
be why they
problem with
kept killing their
somebody?
kings. But at
Well,
the end of the movie,
the French
where
love their revolutions.
they
let me tell
love
ya.
just protesting, let me
They
tell you.
love their revolutions,
But
and I support their
all
revolutions. Let
the
me tell ya.
Musketeers get disbanded, so they throw down their cape and they throw down their sword.
They
Then
burn
later
their
on-
capes, by the
yes.
way.
And
Burn
then
their
later
cape.
on in the movie,
Give
all
up
of
their
them
steel
have a backup cape and a backup sword
and a backup
hidden
sword.
somewhere. Which
Yeah.
I'm like, do you really have a backup cape? I don't know what the budget
Backup
is on them.
capes and backup sword. Well, they probably have more than one.
And they
I
were
would
all
imagine
hidden.
Yeah, they John Wicked
Right.
it. They were all John Wick. They
Yeah,
kept
they
their
all John
weapons
Wick.
buried.
Yes.
I
The
wouldn't
guy who
keep
just
mine in
opens
hay,
up
though.
a compartment of hay.
Yeah, like I have
Yeah.
really bad hay fever, so if I try to get that sword,
Oh,
I'll be
give a
we
sneezing
couple
the
of-
entire
you give a
time.
couple
We
of
wouldn't have
francs to a
survived.
horse,
Yeah.
and the horse kicks open the
That's
the
another
chest.
thing. Chris
Shut up, you.
O'Donnell jumps on the back of a horse with perfect precision. I don't know if you can do that.
He'd probably
I've
shatter
seen-
his
Have you ever
hip.
ridden a horse?
I've seen
Well,
trick
I've ridden a
riders
horse
that
like
can do it.
twice, but I figured like horses
Wear a
don't like
cup.
you to get behind them. So like if you were to jump up from behind them, what's to stop the horse from kicking you?
These are trained horses, though. Let's be fair. And honestly, where the camera is, you don't see the springboard that's probably
That he's
there,
jumping
ready
off
to
of, yeah.
launch him up there.
You
There-
mean to tell me in the countryside of France, they just don't have springboards laying around
Behind every barrel,
behind every barrel and horse?
every bale of
Depending upon the
hay.
size of the horse, like there are big horses and there are little horses.
I bet I could do it
and-
with like a pony.
No, well, I
No,
think the
you know what? You're
pony's
right.
gonna kick you in the nads.
I could do it with a mule, guaranteed. Get me a mule.
Phrasing. Anyway, kid friendly.
So there is a
Kid-friendly.
no, never mind. Kids show.
No, yeah, kid friendly. That's why I keep repeating it.
Parker, what do you think?
I want to know what she was bathing in. What is that, milk? Like, why is it so white?
Oh, for sure it's milk. Absolutely it's milk. That's
It's
what
disgusting.
that was.
No.
That's what. Yeah, one.
What if it's a
gross.
hot day?
I'm
What
wondering if
is
it's
it, Nate?
like-
Tell me.
I'm wondering if it's
What
like
is.
perfumes and
Hot milk is delicious.
like stuff for the skin. What it really is so we don't see her no bits in a Disney.
yeah,
movie.
absolutely.
That's exactly what
no,
that is.
No bits is a thing.
This isn't Game of Thrones, everybody.
No, it's not.
It's not a
Disney's Game of Thrones.
Oh, no one wants to see that. That's sad. You tune
No, I'm
in,
kind of intrigued by it now.
you tune into the goodie bits for Game of Thrones.
Because like
Also-
kind of like
Also, Julie Delpy as Constance, like, she does nothing in this movie other than just.
She's at the
like, they
beginning
set
and at the
her up.
end.
Yeah.
Is
I was like, oh, this
is
would
that
be D'Artagnan's like
love or something?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was
Okay,
gonna be like the
so-
Knight's Tale, where it's like Heath Ledger and that girl going back and forth nonstop.
But they
I was
don't.
like, this is his. And it's like,
But they
no,
don't.
they really don't at all.
Yeah.
They
meet in that
barely
one moment.
meet. Right. And then they meet at the end of the movie and she helps him with the sword and
He
Yeah.
learns how to winch in between all of that. So, you know,
oh, yes he does. Hey babe, the moon and the sun and
Your
smooch,
poisoned face.
And then that's all that matters.
Yep.
He takes the best of both worlds of Porthos and
Nah, I like Porthos way more.
oh good
Also, I'm sorry, but how the Cardinal goes out at the end, kind of lame.
lame.
Yeah,
Totally
lame.
lame. He gets dunked in the river Styx and we never see him. again.
I feel like it's one of those things that he doesn't die. He probably gets arrested is
Well,
my whole thought
I
process on
wonder-
that.
Well, I
The way
wanted to
this
see him in a
movie
little tiny
ends-
cart looking out the guy.
Or he's in
Thrown
that
away.
thing where their hands and head are like
Yes.
locked up,
They can
and
throw
he's getting tomatoes,
tomatoes.
and
Tomatoes.
potatoes at him.
I think the issue is they probably had a for this movie. I'm sure Disney was like
A kill cap.
a kill cap. Like,
Like,
you can either
well,
kill.
you killed 87. You can't kill anymore.
Yeah,
Off
you
with
can
his
either
head. No, we
kill
can't do that.
Darth Vader, which is the better kill, obviously, letting D'Artagnan stab
Uh-huh.
him, and then letting the king regain like his masculinity in front of the queen, punch the guy, and they're probably like, okay, anything we do showing him in jail, showing him floating down the river just isn't going to be as good of a payoff. Just let him punch and then cut scene.
But the way this ends, I wonder, I don't know how the movie did, but it's like, was there plans to do the Four Musketeers and have Tim Curry come back to have his revenge?
I've never heard that Disney was planning a sequel. I just know, I think because this property was basically fair game for any studio.
It was probably an open domain.
It's open domain.
Yeah.
The way it ends, it's like, I'm kind of shocked we never got a sequel out of this. Like, honestly, especially with Disney. But then
Disney
again, 90s Disney would have been direct to video.
Well, I was going to say, this is also the point where to get a true to theater sequel from Disney doesn't really happen. It was always, we get the one
Disney,
big one and then go to video.
And then we put it in the vault.
Well, they did a direct to DVD. They would have made more money off of that than promoting a second.
What they did with The Lion King too.
Because they would certainly have not recast these people for a second film.
I think a lot of that didn't start till like even the Pixar stuff started taking. You know, you got Toy Story 2
this was
going to theaters and stuff
Disney,
like that.
Disney was in. Disney was in. They were in. I don't say financial strife, but they were finding their way back from glory and building upon.
Well, this is part of the Disney Renaissance too. This era.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
they were still trying to figure out a lot of things. And they made a lot of money off of direct to DVD.
So many hits.
But they were doing it like, I mean, the other forgotten movie that probably would have fit for this too if I wanted to go way more kid friendly would have been to bring like Tall Tale to the podcast.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one.
Which is Patrick Swayze and Oliver Platt, in that. But and that's it's a
Tall Tale?
Western.
It's about
Tall
Paul Bunyan.
Tales. Well, Paul Bunyan and is it Pecos Bill? Whoever lassos the tornado.
The tornado. Yep.
Which I think that's what Patrick Swayze's playing in that one. But anyway, like Disney was, and you also had like
the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer,
right
but
before this,
you had the Tiger Beat era where you had the Jonathan Taylor Thomas movies coming out. You had the Tom Sawyer, the Huck Finn movies that were coming out a lot. That was where they were going with their live action movies, was teen style, live actions.
Was Jungle to Jungle? Was that a Disney?
Jungle to Jungle? I think that was Disney, because that was Tim Allen and but yeah, Disney was kind of like, to me in the 90s, was like firing from both barrels. They had the animated studio pumping out movies, the live actions were doing really good, and I forget the year, but we're not far away from Toy Story coming out, because Toy Story
was 95.
95. So we're like 2 years away from Toy Story.
My nan and Papa want to take me to the theater to see it.
Because Lion King came out in 94, and then Toy Story took off the 3D. Animation,
and then you would still start getting into movies like Hercules and things like that, where we're still just dominating. This is my Disney.
Animation.
We had that 2D when they started even blending a little bit of that 3D effect into the 2D, animations.
I think, which they had been doing since the 80s, but they were doing it way more in the late 90s.
But I'm like,
had the technology.
When you got to like Hercules is actually the perfect one, because it was the Hydra fight where they did a lot of that with computer animations.
Tarzan did it really well as
Tarzan
and had the bitchin' soundtrack.
I think Beauty and the Beast was the first one that integrated CG animation with 2D animation.
Technically, the Black Cauldron was.
Whoa, that was like early 80s.
Now, if I recall, someone dissected that film recently.
Oh.
I did the thing.
Yeah.
You did. Good job,
Did the thing.
I did the thing. He said the name of the movie.
No.
They had been doing it since the mid 80s with the Black Cauldron, starting it off, and they did with the Great Mouse Detective, and they slowly were sprinkling it in. And then as the 90s started, then it was like really throwing it in there. Yeah, because once Toy Story came out, Disney was like, oh, okay, All right. Let's
It's
do
affordable.
This is way cheaper now, and now we're going to lose all of our credibility.
And then the early 2000s was when Disney switched over to the fully 3D animation, and it was rough goings.
Yeah,
those,
I think Brother Bear
really
was
good.
their last like hand-drawn animation
I think you're right.
until
Bear, I don't know.
Princess and the Frog. Yeah.
Oh, Princess the Frog. I like that one.
Yep.
It's New Orleans music.
Well, before we jump into the things, somebody said something that reminded me about awesome soundtracks.
I think
Disney didn't hold out the stops pulled out all the stops for this movie.
I started laughing though when the credits
It's a
reeled.
great soundtrack. Man.
Like I was like, who credits the song that we have yet to hear first? Like
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like,
bull, what is that?
Yeah. I was like,
Bull
we haven't heard this song until now. And even then, I didn't pay attention to it. I instantly turned the movie off. You're not going to trick me into listening to Sting. No, sir.
You were listening to the song throughout the movie.
What?
The song throughout the movie, which is done in orchestra, is that song, All for Love, by Bryan Adams, Sting, and Rod Stewart.
Well, you still didn't trick me into listening to Sting's voice, so joke's on you.
Dude, there's no way you've gone your entire life never hearing the song, though. I hate to tell you.
I don't know if I have or not.
I guarantee you've heard that. This was played everywhere. This is
I know
you heard
the
this
Robin
as much
Hood
as
song.
I was gonna say that's why I was
That
like,
one
I want to
know.
watch. I want to watch Robin Hood because I want to listen to the song, and they have really cool music videos that go with them. I like the music video to this one because it's a video of them getting together and recording the song, and you see them like joking with each other. Like Rod Stewart shows up late, like someone did tonight. And they're, Sting and Bryan Adams.
The Rod Stewart of the podcast world.
You could have been Bryan Adams,
you know
but
what?
you showed up late.
No, I'd rather be the Rod Stewart because if you think I'm sexy and you, I can't sing anymore. We'll get sued.
We already got Disney on us. It's fine.
Yeah,
but no, this was a powerhouse, man, and Disney paid some bucks to get that song for this movie. I mean, that's how much faith they had in this thing. So. Awesome song, awesome movie. I think we get into the things. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Sure. Things.
Yeah.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies. Body count. Body count. Body count. Body count.
So I thought this was going to be easy to find. I'm sure someone has gone through and done a body count for this because there is one for
easy.
sure. I can only find Athos, Porthos, and Aramis's body count. So
really? So like the whole courtyard battle and stuff?
Their whole through the movie, just those three, the three of them have 57 cumulative.
Oh.
I'm going to say D'Artagnan's just under 20. I think that you see on screen between some of the courtyard fights. He kills the sniper guy, he throws the one guy off the parapet, and, throughout the movie, there are some deaths and stuff that happen. I think I'm just going to give it a ballpark. I want to say there's no less than probably 120, 130.
That's fair.
On screen deaths, because you see a lot of people dying in the big fight between the Musketeers and the Cardinals guards. Heck, half of the Cardinals guards are dead in the bar when they walk in when we first meet, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis together. So it's like you see them all just dead. The pirate ship, they kill everyone on the ship before the Countess gets on, and they're knocking over dead bodies.
I'm telling you though, right now, one kung fu master against the Musketeers are going down. I don't care.
Not if you go and then knock them down into the hold.
Said no to that.
All I know is when D'Artagnan got kicked, he had to be like, you could do that with your feet? Like, win.
Who was that guy?
I don't know at all.
I wish it was Ali Ong, but
I was
wasn't.
Gonna say,
I thought it was
Jackie
Jackie
Chan
in some really heavy
Yeah.
makeup. Like I really
that would have been messed up. That would have totally been messed up. Well, out of all those deaths, let's pick our favorite
Have you ever
one.
killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
Oh,
I actually don't think this is that difficult, and because Nate screwed me over last week, I'm getting mine in first.
Holy
It's the dungeon master dude that gets stabbed and smashed. That is my kill of the week. That's the kill of the movie. Oh, I love that kill in this.
That's fair.
Yeah, that really
Parker,
is fair.
what about you, Buzz?
That's definitely my favorite. Just everything about it, the whole setup to it, him, Porthos fighting him off, and then how everything goes with like the double tap, as Nate said. It's perfect. I'm gonna give a honorable mention though to just D'Artagnan chucking this dude off of a 150-foot cliff, and then just peeking over, and then the dude gets his last right.
That might have legit been his first kill. Like,
you can see it on his face. You can see
He's
his
like,
reaction.
"Holy
Best
crap,
acting
I
Chris
killed
O'Donnell's ever
somebody."
done is that scene of him being like, "What did I just do?"
That's because he actually accidentally killed a man, and that's what they showed. That's
They had to hide it.
So it's not even acting. He just really did it. Pete, what about you, bud?
Oh, easy. The guy getting sandwiched. He's
sandwiched. What is sandwiched?
He got smooshed. He got sandwiched like between two spiky things. But I will also give an honorable mention to a throwaway kill where two soldiers stab each other as they were trying to stab one of them. I don't remember who it was.
It was Charlie Sheen, and he does that little
And he
move,
did a
and they
twirly
stab each
twirl,
other.
And they stab each other. That's when I knew, holy moly, they're killing people in this movie. I can't.
In the worst way to die.
Yeah.
Stabbed in the stomach. You don't fall down and not get back up after that. Yeah.
So
you're going to be languishing in agony when you get stabbed
for a long
like
time.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
As the asses of your stomach bleed out into your system and start eating away.
I thought he said something else.
I did too. I really did too.
What did I say? I'm gonna stop here and just pass it along.
Nate, what's your kill of the week?
It's obviously the same one that you picked, but I want to also do an honorable mention, just like Parker. But it's definitely when Porthos just pulls out the pistol and stabs that guy, or shoots that guy. I mean,
and he's like,
just
"Oh, this
pulls
is
it out,
cool."
shoots it, and, like to me, that is the equivalent of the Gremlins 2. The flash of the camera and the gremlin dying real quickly. It was the same thing. It happened so quickly that I was dying of laughter.
And he goes, "Ha ha! Boom!"
Yeah, it's his reaction to it.
Well, I didn't do an honorable, but I actually have two honorables. One of them is Porthos, but it's when he pulls out the crossbow and makes that long freaking shot to save D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
But my other favorite one is Charlie Sheen at the big courtyard fight, and he's fighting 2 or 3 people, and he flips his sword around backwards and stabs the dude, pulls it out and goes, "Go with God," and walks away. I was like, yeah. It's like he got a one-liner in the middle of all this. I love it.
There were a lot of great liners, and I couldn't even cover them all. We do a whole podcast on just the one-liners in this film.
Just the comedy aspect of this. I mean, just would you like some champagne? We're in the middle of a chase. You're right. Something red. There's drinking in a Disney movie. There's just all of this stuff going on.
Boobs, dying.
God,
this is
everything
the best
you want in an
Disney
action
movie ever.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's rate the best Disney movie ever. Yeah, Pete, I liked it so much I decided to keep it for a little while.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think we start with our guest, Parker. 1 to 10 Alliangs. How many Alliangs you going to give the Three Musketeers?
I'm going to give this a solid 7 out of 10 Alliangs. It's a fun movie. I have a blast watching it, but it's one of those ones where I don't know when I'm ever going to go back to it.
Fair.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Like I feel like it's a comfortable number. Like it's a number that still signifies it's a good movie, but it's not that movie that's an 8 to 10 where I'm like I will
Mhm.
watch this once a year. I'll watch this every couple months. This is
Oh,
a
good
I don't
point.
know when I will see this again. It might be a decade from now. It might be never again. Like, I hope it's not, but
I hope it's not.
just, I mean,
Don't be
it's
like
been
that.
but it's not for the fact that it's a bad movie. It's just not something there's just a lot of other movies that I would rather rewatch than the Three Musketeers.
I have no idea that we have lots of movies to watch.
Lots of them, Pete. Lots of them.
Lots and lots. Let's see. Pete, you haven't said a whole lot tonight. Why don't you tell me
I
what you
haven't.
rate this
I've been very quiet tonight, and I apologize. I'm feeling a little
lightheaded.
Yeah, maybe. Is this movie good? Meh. Is this movie fun? You're damn right it is. This movie is a hoot, and a hoot at the highest credentials. It's an 8. I think this movie is a blast. Much like Parker, I don't think I'm going to watch this a lot, but I will always look forward to watching it.
Okay, I have a
think
question
this is
then for that. Would
I'm
you
sorry?
show this? Would you show this to your nephew?
You're darn right I will. This is on the fast track for my 9-year-old nephew to watch. Like, as soon as I can get it from the library, I'm going to bring it to him.
That leads to a question that I was wondering too. I don't know how a kid would perceive this movie, like a modern kid.
Why
I don't
not?
know if they would like it or not.
It's a fantasy historical in quotation marks a film. It's high adventure. Why would a kid today have any different opinion on this movie than they would Pirates of the Caribbean?
Because
I just think it could be from the 90s. Like, I think it's something I wonder. I'm curious to see what your nephew
We've
would think.
already okay. I will report back.
Yeah. Like,
I will say my kids enjoy this movie. Like, this was
cool.
one we all watched together. I get where Nate's coming from though, because there is a huge shift of movie watching from kids. And while
like like the stories that are at play and stuff like that, it's like, I don't know. Even though we picked this for Kid Month, I was like, I don't know if the modern kid would really latch onto this.
I
know.
don't think my oldest would like it. I don't think this is
Oh.
his jam.
How old's your oldest?
How old is he?
Then
12.
I challenge you to watch this with him. I'm literally
Yeah.
curious, not to be like, I'm going to take you back on everything you just said, and you're never going to watch this movie
tell him,
again.
like, hey,
but
damn
this
it!
is
Now I
a
gotta
s-
watch it again
This
already.
is a super fun action movie from Disney.
because
It
my
is,
thought,
but it has a 90s feel to it.
my thought process though, and I think the core of what this month is about is us as parents or this generation that want to get our kids in, to enjoy these type of movies
Yeah.
that we grew up with.
Yeah.
We are kind of being like, no, this is really, and if they're like, what did you watch as a kid? Because that's what I get a lot of times. It's like, this is one that I grew up with, but you guys can understand a little bit more about your dad by watching this. So I encourage my kids to try and watch these type of movies instead of just YouTube. There are totally, there's people my age that probably hate this movie. And, that probably, like, my parents made me watch that stupid movie when I was a kid, and I hated
They're
it.
so wrong.
They are, but I think it's going to come down to I've got 2 younger nephews. If I saw them running around with swords out in the backyard with sticks fighting at each other, I'd be like, all right, we're watching the Three Musketeers. Let's go.
Or the
'Cause
Princess Bride. Or
and I'll be my
I'm
kids
going Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yep.
as a parent.
Yes,
Jurassic
Jurassic
would've-
Park, where the Velociraptors have to
Swords?
sword fight each other.
As a
I'd watch
parent,
that though.
they don't get a choice with Star
I would
Wars.
watch that.
Star Wars is life in my household. So it's not me going, what should I get them to watch?
Mhm,
They've
mhm.
already seen that.
Mhm.
They've lived it. Now it's like, okay, what else is there? It's like when I introduced Anthony to action movies.
Yeah. But
Now
that's
what do
swashbuckling.
I-
Star Wars is more fantasy and swashbuckling than it is sci-fi. It's not Star Wars is not sci-fi. It's the furthest thing
I
from
think
sci-fi.
the
It is
spaceships would disagree with you on that.
Yeah,
And the blasters,
spaceships
The
are
movie is called
boats.
Star Wars.
and
Let's
the
take it serious here.
aliens.
Nope. It's not sci-fi.
Star being the key word there.
It is, it is fantasy, swashbuckling, deliciousness.
Sci-fi.
It's
Sci-fi.
It's
It's
not sci-fi.
this is probably your hottest take you've ever had.
It's Dungeons and Dragons at its best. It is
No,
not
that's
sci-fi.
Cole. Okay,
Not
Nate,
sci-fi.
what are you rating Three Musketeers?
I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. I really
Yes.
enjoyed it. It's an 8 for me as well. Much like Parker, I don't know when I would revisit this one particular, but I enjoyed it. I was really impressed with the domino effect of stunt work and stuff like that. And Oliver Platt stole every single scene.
Mhm.
Tim Curry stole every single scene. Top Dollar being in it. Like, there's a lot going on for this. And I kind of had a feeling, it's like, when you approached it, I was like, that's early 90s Disney. Like, it's probably going to be really fun. And it was. And it does remind me a lot of that first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, that's just a really good adventure movie, and it's same thing. Like, this kind of paved the way for when Disney did decide to eventually go that next step and really ramp up the budget. But like, you see the attention to the set pieces, the costume design. These characters are
Good
walking
point.
on actual
beautiful
live,
film.
sets, and it's cool to see.
The sets and the costume are
Oh, the
gorgeous.
opening scene where
So-
they're on the boat, and it's like they're filming
my
this
God.
in an underground like set. This is awesome, and like to have it
that's
go
an
up into
actual
a dungeon.
That's an actual like underwater under cave thing.
Nice.
That's an on location where they did that.
Just
at.
as soon as it showed that boat on top of real water, I went, this is something you don't get nowadays, because it would be
all CG.
what the Mandalorian
Always
does,
CG.
where one
Ugh.
piece is real, but the whole background is that digital CG. And it's just stuff like that I miss seeing in movies.
Yeah, it has an effect for sure. So I'm gonna go. I think I got it. God, I want to
Don't
give
hold
it.
back.
I want to
Love
give it
it.
a 10.
You're gonna give it a 10?
I said I want to give it a 10.
Oh,
But I'm also
you're not
sitting here-
wrong.
I'm sitting here going, why shouldn't I? I mean, it literally has everything I want in a movie. It is what I consider the perfect personification of what we're doing this month. Hey, it's a 10 for me.
Okay.
It's such a strong part
I
of
didn't
my
give it a 10
childhood.
because I thought Parker had a good point. It's like, when am I gonna watch this again?
I watch this movie regularly.
I don't, and I don't think I will. But
when I found out that this was on Disney Plus, this was probably like the second or third movie I turned on when we first got Disney Plus, because I was like, I can watch it.
I'm
Boom,
not gonna
there it
argue
is.
with your choice. I think it's right.
I watched this movie no less than once a year, just because it's a good
Really?
feel good. Oh, absolutely.
How do you fit it in?
It's
because
simple,
when I-
Pete. He doesn't watch any movie from the year 2010 to 2024. And that's why whenever I like, what if we did something modern and new? He's like, no, I have to watch Three Musketeers again. It's only been the 7th time this
I
year.
can't watch -1.
Yeah.
Except I did.
I did. I made time.
I
go
waited
see
till
it.
the
And
last
you're a
minute
good
till it was
person
not
for it.
going
I
to be
did.
in the theater.
I did. It was like, ooh, good thing they decided to bring in minus color back. You're not wrong, but I also I have the ability to either be working in my shop and having a movie on in the background. This is a movie I don't have to sit down and absorb.
Oh no, you
I
don't need to
know
watch this
it.
one. This
But
is
I'll
a
tell you what I was
delightfully
doing
background music. Yeah.
last night. I was engrossed in this movie. Like, the phone was off to my side, silenced. Jackie and I pushed the recliners together. We're straight on the television, and I treated it like an
That sounds
event.
sexy.
It was recliners. There's a thing in the middle, and she's covered in cats half the time.
And she's
They-
got
they love-
cooties.
Yeah, girls have
She's a
cooties.
girl. She's got
Curls.
cooties, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, as a kid, you were like, whoa, they're on that woman's
Jackie, I love you. I don't think
boobs
you
a
have
lot.
cooties.
Yeah.
We have more to collaborate with, Jackie.
What are those
I'll be in
pillows?
contact.
Oh,
Those
right.
are comfy.
I want to snuggle in them.
That's what 20-year-old Charlie said. Yeah.
Hey, do you have any bad reviews for? Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie, you're driving.
I'm gonna
You know it, baby.
I'm gonna slap him so hard.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring.
So
and
much
then I
fun.
start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I smash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's going to be a disaster.
I'm out of beer.
Oh, shocker.
I can go get more.
No. I mean, you got to hear this review.
Do I?
Yes, you do, because I
Nate,
think
you have
they
a
spelled
trash
ludicrous
review.
wrong.
I spelled ludicrous wrong.
No, they did in their opening title. I haven't.
I have no time. Anyone who
But they
reviews
definitely
anything and
did.
misspells stuff, I got no time for that. Go ahead.
Well,
Nate.
they gave this a 1 out of 10 back in 2005, and this is from Anne Londes -1. So
They spelled their name wrong.
yeah, they totally spelled ludicrous wrong.
Mm.
I just had to make sure because I have to use my phone to spell things for me. Just because I'm a kid.
At this point, I think I'm in a State Farm commercial, and Ludacris is going to show up in a minute.
Well, that was the other thing too. I was like, am I thinking that ludicrous is spelled like the human ludicrous? Have I seen that so many times? But anyway, they gave this a 1 out of 10. It said one of the worst movies I've ever seen. All the cliches on how Americans view the French are in there, as well as those on how Hollywood sees Dumas, with a totally stupid Hollywood ending as well, with humor so heavy that it can only be taken as a parody and not a very subtle one as that. The cast does not save it. The actors obviously have been directed to overact in what I can only suppose is supposed to be humorous, but falls quite short of the mark. The movie gives a bad name to adapting books to the screen, and I regret that it can be the first contact of many children with the world of such a great writer. So I don't think they got it.
That is quite possibly one of the dumbest reviews I've ever heard.
Yep.
Because I am the walking antithesis to that, because it got me to enjoy wanting to find out more about the Three Musketeers and Dumas and read more, find out about the
fairly
Count
certain
of
as a
Monte
kid
Cristo,
I had I had a bunch of these books that were the old books but made for like kids, so like Treasure Island, Black Beauty,
they're like the beginning
Three
reader
Musketeers.
ones.
They weren't golden books. They were
Ivanhoe.
Called.
Yeah. There's a version of it for all the monster movies too, that they would do condensed kid versions.
Like, because that's what
of,
got
like,
me
Universal.
into reading in like second grade, I want to say, was getting to read these old classic
You can't
things.
read today.
Well, now I can. I
Don't-
need pictures to be next to the words. That way I can fully appreciate. And usually,
I have to have my books read to me because I can't read.
and usually those books,
the audio
they have
books.
to have like, say, a mutant turtle that knows ninja stuff. And then I'm like, cool, I get this book.
When you listen to audiobooks, is that still considered reading a book?
It is. I think it is.
Some people claim it is. I'm not going to argue with them.
I had a buddy text me today. He's like, "Have you read Dune yet?" And I went, "No, I'm
No.
intimidated by hell by that." He went, "Oh,
you know
you
how many
you know."
pages that book is?
Well, then he's
I
like, "Do an
haven't read
audiobook."
Dune.
And I was like, "I always forget audiobooks exist."
That audiobook has got to be like 12 hours long.
Also, you got to make sure that you have the right
I just
voice
read
actor.
Silence of the Lambs, and that was a 10.5-hour audiobook. So
Yeah. So times that by 4, and that's how long Dune
I don't-
probably is.
I don't know what's
I
better.
accidentally picked up a pop-up book and it scared me, and I haven't picked the book up again.
it was a clown.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't be messing with that.
I pre-ordered the A is for Alien book on
Oh,
Amazon.
I forgot that was a thing.
That comes out in July, so that's also they're going to have pictures now that I think about it next to the
already
words.
sent Nate
That's really
as
the
a
only thing I
spider.
read.
I need to snag one of those.
Yeah.
Read
All
that
right,
to my
so
2-year-old.
We've done our trash opinion. Parker, Why don't you tell us a little bit about your podcast, Dissect That Film?
Well, I am 1/3 of Dissect That Film, a podcast that breaks down the plots of your favorite films and films from your favorite franchises. And we literally just go through the plots. We give facts on the movies. We bring a little, a little humor here and there, mostly Dan saying inappropriate things. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. You guys have been on the show before. We talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003. So yeah, it's just kind of it's a podcast that's pretty much couch conversations, but shared on the internet, where like when you can just sit down on your couch and have a conversation with your friends. That's pretty much what the show is. It's similar to what you guys do here.
It's a good hangout time. Also, you're on YouTube too, so you do like a video version of it too, right?
Yeah, we don't do anything special with that. You just get to see our faces there.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes
they actually walk through the plot
that?
in a very sensical manner, where we do not. You're lucky to even get the character names from us. Usually, it's just like, oh yeah, and then like Batman beat up that guy. It's like, you mean Michael Keaton? Like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
no,
usually
Oliver
Platt.
Stuff. That was who
Yeah.
Batman. Yeah,
yes.
We talk
Good
about
job,
the end
Nate.
of the movie at the beginning of the podcast.
What are you talking about? I don't even know.
I don't know anymore.
So yeah, you guys can find Parker over on Instagram. That's where a lot of the stuff we all interact with each other on over there. Spotify, Apple, wherever you guys get your podcast listening times to. Rate them 5 stars, as well as us. Find us over at Spotify and Apple. Give us the 5-star ratings. Leave us a review if you don't mind. And if you want to carry on into the chaos that is us, you can find us over on Facebook at Give Me Back My Action Movies, the podcast group. Give Me Back My Horror Movies, the podcast group. Both of us are on Instagram. We are on TikTok, Threads, X, and we are on YouTube. You just don't always get to see our pretty faces like get to see Parker's on his. So look at him smile. Look at him. Now he's blushing now.
Oh, now he's got a red
face. Look, he's blushing.
Yeah.
That
Don't
red
worry.
Viking beard of yours. You need to
That's it.
grow that out. and
I
get a
swear
little
he grew
braid
that
going
out
on.
since like October.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I expect a Gimli beard by the end of the year.
I don't think it gets any bigger than this, to be honest.
That's so sad. I think that's
I
a
know.
challenge that you need to accept.
It happens. It's, as another bearded fellow, it only goes so far unless we want to put a ton of money into
My
it.
face is
And I'm
too
not.
pretty, too covered up with hair.
Lucky if this thing gets brushed.
Same. As a carpenter, the amount of sawdust that comes out of my beard is quite substantial.
Oh, it's just seasoning when you're eating.
Always, man. I get that fiber added,
Yeah, it just tastes like Slim Jim.
What was I cutting today? Is that cedar? Why is it spicy?
Ooh, why is it so
maple.
spicy?
It was pine, and that's why it's sticky.
Maple trees do not taste like maple syrup. I'm here to tell you
No,
right
they
now. Doesn't work that way. All right, guys. Let's see. We still
we
don't
done?
know.
We're not
well,
done. We got. Okay.
Well, that's what I got to
thought we
get ready
done.
to do. We haven't officially ended the
Oh, come
poll.
on. We know exactly who won next week's episode.
Okay.
We know.
I think
it was
we
by
know
a
who-
landslide.
Well, I think we know who won both, honestly, if we're being truthful, because
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
one is double the other two.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
are we
my
gonna- are
fault
we-
Pete went and Ron Paul'd me.
Yeah.
Or whoever
So
that guy
are we-
from the 90s that kept stealing all the votes.
Ron Jeremy?
What?
No, that's a different.
No,
one.
no.
Kid
Jeremy's-
friendly. Kid
That's a
friendly.
different podcast.
Kid friendly.
That's
Kid friendly. All right. Well, then we'll go ahead and announce the next two for our kid friendly month. Next week, Pete put it on the poll against My House 2 and Nate's Goosebumps. We all knew Pete was going to pull it out, though, because we
Yep.
are doing Monster Squad.
Monster Squad, baby.
That's almost cheating. That's pretty much. Let's be honest,
but-
Nate. We
but
weren't
you-
fighting that one a
stacked
whole
the
lot.
deck.
I was hoping
But-
you were going to cover Monster
Hey.
House.
Hey, look here.
Yeah, I like Monster House.
Nobody said Monster Squad. I said Monster Squad. So tough.
We had to give you a win.
Yeah, you're right.
Although I hate to tell you this, I'm driving your entire episode. That's what's going to happen.
But
you don't get to say nothing.
We'll see about that. Maybe I'll show up like I did.
I can't wait to listen to that episode so hear Pete talk the entire time.
Talked more this episode than all of February.
Is Charlie in this episode? Someone check on him.
I introed and then I showed back up at the end.
Sober for February, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah, it was. I wish I
son of
hadn't
a
been.
bitch.
And we'll go ahead and announce it, much to Nate's chagrin, because this is why we had to start the poll, because someone didn't think that this was a kid-friendly action entry movie. We are doing Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero.
Literally about a kid going into an action movie. I don't know how this doesn't work.
There are
I don't know.
so
I haven't
many-
seen it in years, so I might be wrong, but
there are so many.
I feel like there's too many jokes that go
ancillary
over a kid.
callbacks in this movie. You
feel like
just
that's
got to
most
sit
movies,
down,
even
and
kids'
watch
movies.
It's amazing. This movie is amazing. I love it.
I love this movie. It's why
I love it.
wanted it on here, and it's kid-friendly. Introducing them to act, because I'll tell you, when I saw this movie, I hadn't seen all the movies it references. So now I get to go back and see so many more and go, why is this familiar? It's because they made a joke about it in Last Action Hero.
I bet there's a number of them that I haven't seen as well. So.
I just want that Stallone Terminator 2 poster.
Exactly.
Really,
It
I can
was
somehow
his best
get that.
movie.
Pretty funny.
Yep. He was fantastic in it. It was his best movie. Yep, that is going to round out our kid-friendly March, and then we go into chaos for April. But we will save that.
I don't know what that means.
Till April.
I think April's going to be fun.
We're going to eventually do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this month, right? Because
I don't think so.
There's
both
only
of those
4.
that you
It didn't make the
mentioned,
poll.
Yeah, but like
there's only
I
4.
hate you guys. Like if there was a
4
passionate hate for the two of you,
movies.
it's pretty strong.
You had the ability to put it on the poll, and you didn't.
And you didn't.
No, because I thought we were in agreement. We already discussed this in the last episode. Here's my
Nope.
problem. Here is my
What
problem.
do you mean, what problem?
Nope.
I'm the
What is
one that decided we should do a kid month. And I was like, we'll do
Oh
it
my
with
gosh.
Ninja Turtles.
From Madonna.
And then you assholes
Did you-
hijack my month.
Now-
And now we're not doing. I would say that in 4th grade to you, and I know it, so that's allowed right now because I would so say it when there's not an adult around. There's
You
not
are
an
now
adult
listening
around.
to the end of Give Me Back My
I
Horse.
would-
/ asshole.
I'd still be a foot taller than you in 4th grade. Who are you
Doesn't
talking
matter.
to?
You're a foot taller than him not right now. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Guys, I
Yeah.
can feel the crumbling. Somebody
I
hold up the
just-
walls.
You had the opportunity to put it on the list.
No, see, this is
whose fault is that?
bullpucky because
Bullpucky.
I thought we were in agreement on it.
You threw down and said, we are doing Gremlins 2.
I
And I was like,
that every episode is going to end with an argument in March like this because I'm not letting it go.
I'm not
I'm
arguing,
not
though.
letting it
You're
go.
the
We don't
one
have to-
doing it.
We don't have to end it. Charlie can
We'll
just
see if I
stop
come
it.
back in April. We'll see.
April was your idea.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll leave you two baloney jerks.
Parker and I can take care of.
What is a baloney
Nate's
jerk?
Absence. I don't know what baloney.
Figure it out.
Sounds.
You are one.
I could explain, but it's child
Sounds-
friendly. Child friendly.
Yeah,
Vicious
yeah.
and 30.
Do I need to cook it in some Monte Crisco?
Hey, all right. To be fair, that teacher should have corrected me all those years ago.
I think she felt sorry for you and just let you have
Well,
at it.
This is the problem with the American's education system, all right?
No.
Oh boy,
felt
this is gonna be another
bad.
2 hours, guys. Hold on to something.
Yeah, let me learn you a thing or two.
We got kid friendly. Kid friendly. Come on. Somebody
Nate's
get me
gonna
out of
let us
here.
figure too? Oh, we got to get out of here.
Well, I feel like there's only one way to get out of here, gentlemen.
All for one.
And one for all.
One for all.
Yep, we nailed that.
Terrible.
Yep. I'm Jack King. I'm a musketeer. Baguette. What are the
Cafe
things that French
Olay.
people like?
We Americanized the French. Isn't that what that one person said?
Yeah. We call soccer football around here. Wacky people.
It's so funny how this movie just like, we're not even going to try to be French here. We're just going to be
I would take-
American.
Oh, it was a
I would
mix of
think-
everything.
I would take that as a compliment if I was France, honestly.
I think the only one who was trying for an accent was Michael Wincott, and
top dollar's like
he doesn't know what. Yeah, that's when all those Three Musketeers are going, "Wee, fire it up, wee, fire it up."
I just wanted Oliver Platt to come out with a Three Musketeers bar and just start eating it.
Oh my God, I'm surprised that didn't happen in this movie.
You know there was ones on the craft service table. I guarantee.
I would have destroyed that craft service table. I love Three Musketeers.
Yeah, they make me thirsty though.
Those are Jackie's favorite Three Musketeers, man.
Excuse me, can I have something from your bar? Yes. We have a new dessert. It's chocolate and nougat. Oh, chocolate nougat. Could you add some caramel to it? Chocolate nougat caramel. The perfect dessert.
There's no caramel in a Three Musketeers.
There isn't.
That's a Snickers.
Oh shit! No, that's got peanuts in it.
Milky Way. Milky Way was more of.
Milky Way's the fake candy bar no one likes.
I like.
Anytime I get one of those in the Halloween bag, I'm like, those are the worst.
I like the.
Who wants a Milky Way?
I want a Milky Way. Milky Way Dark kicks ass.
Yes, the midnight one.
The midnight one. Yeah.
That's like saying you want that one candy that's like an Almond Joy.
That's like saying I want to listen to Nate talk
like
some more.
Almond Joy.
I don't want the Almond Joy. I want the what's the other one?
No Joy.
I want the Almond
Mounds.
Joy.
Mounds. Yes.
Mounds. Yeah. I want a Clark bar.